kind souls or pleasant evenings, depending on when and where you're watching this. My name is Ayaneli Elisai, creator of Divine Life Force, helping you align. I'm so excited for this next episode so that we can continue growing and working towards an improved quality of life. Divine Life Force is here to help you cultivate a relationship with your thoughts, relationship with others, and have a life rooted in love. Now, with that being said, on this next episode, we're going to talk about policies and standards. So, what are policies and standards? That sounds very corporate, right? So, here's a trick that I learned as a data analyst is corporate companies or businesses, right? They all have policies and standards. Now, what is that? So, a policy and standard is the policy is the what. What is it that is being done within the corporate company or the business? And the standard is the how. How does it get done? So, understanding that these corporate companies and businesses have policies and standards to ensure that business operates as usual, that no matter what obstacle, what turmoils, what risk the company is involved in, that business continues to flow as usual. So what's beautiful about this is that we can take that same concept, that same structure, and apply it into our personal lives. So I want to give you some examples of how a policy and a standard in a personal life would work. So for example, my policy, again, is the what. The policy is the what. So a policy in my life is I take care of myself and my well-being, right? That is the what. What am I doing? I'm going to take care of myself and my well-being. The standard is how am I going to do that? So I will take care of my health and my well-being by getting 8 hours of sleep, by drinking my required water intake, by taking my vitamins and minerals, by eating my macros, by getting immersed in nature. That is an example for you of how a policy and standard can be applied to your life. Now, it really helps when we sit down and discern what is pulling you towards your purpose and what is taking you away from your purpose. This is required if you want to continue to operate and flow through life seamlessly, no matter the risks that happen in your life, no matter the turmoils, no matter whether you have a bad breakup, whether you stop talking to your best friend, whether your parents and you get into an argument for whatever reason. Sometimes we just go through emotions, and a lot of that really is involved with the stimulus that we're letting into our lives or the diet that we're taking in, both mental diet and nutritional diet. However, that's a conversation for a different episode. I promise I will circle back to that. If you really want to excel in life and stay true to your vision, take your dream and put it into a goal, you need to have a solid foundation. You cannot build a home without having a solid foundation, because what happens when you build a home that does not have a solid foundation? The wolf comes and huffs and puffs on it and it falls apart. Whether it's made out of sticks or hay, we want to have a solid foundation, and then we're going to build our fortress and use bricks, right? No wolf is going to come huffing and puffing on our home and we completely get knocked out. That is why policies and standards are going to be so important in your life. So again, the policy is going to be the what. What is it that is taking you towards your purpose? And the standard is the how. What are the things that you are going to do in your life, no matter what? So for example, in order to keep my wellness, I'm going to work out minimum 4 times a week, minimum. That is my standard. So no matter whether I am emotional, go through a bad breakup, whether I get in a fight with my parents, whether work fires me, or not, whether I am in a not so favorable situation at work, whether I have a lawsuit, no matter what it is. And even, worst case scenario, a funeral. No matter what happens, I will continue to stay true to my policy of taking care of myself and my wellness. And how I'm going to prioritize that is through my 8 hours of sleep, no less than 4 workouts minimum a week, eating nutritiously, etc., etc., etc. That needs to be a promise. In other words, a promise, a contract, an agreement that you keep no matter what. And it is vital that through this process, you are rewarding yourself, because our brain will start to feel burnout or start to feel a lack of discipline when we are not rewarding ourselves. So if you create these policies and standards and you're doing really well, take yourself out on a day. Go get your nails done, go get your hair done, go buy yourself a new shirt, a new top, looking cute. Do that for yourself. Or if you're a man and you're listening to this, go and take yourself to the what do men do for fun? Go and take yourself to the gym and go and sit in the sauna. Go and hang out with your boys. Go and take yourself to a sports game, right? Whether it be basketball, football, whatever it is. Honor yourself. Take yourself. You're putting in the work. You must reward yourself. That is how our brain works. Our brain works through reward and action, and it's a constant loop. Reward and action, reward and action. When our actions are getting rewarded, it signals our brain that this is good, that this feels good, right? And it continues that process. So that is it, my divine souls, my lovelies. That is what I have for you today. Remember, you cannot change unless you put in the work. The old you cannot take you to new heights. You cannot enter a new reality by being the same person that you were from the start. I hope this has resonated with you, and if it has, make sure to subscribe, share this with someone, because together we will change the world, my friends. With that being said, my name is Ayaneli Elisai from Divine Life Force, helping you align. Ciao, divine souls.